Welcome to the Blooming Wand podcast. I'm Emily O'Neill, evidential psychic medium, intuitive healer, and coach. Here on this podcast, I guide you on a journey of self-reflection using the wisdom of the tarot. As the moon waxes and wanes, so do our own inner tides. And as a way to honor moon cycles and life cycles, on each full and new moon, I pull 3 cards which inspire an intention and affirmation to illuminate your path. Think of them as themes to guide you as you move through coming days. So grab your journals, light a candle, and settle into the present moment. Let's delve into the enchanting archetypes of the tarot, uncovering the magic and messages they hold for all of us. I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. On November 15th, we've got a full moon, and this moon cycle's theme is the power of a graceful heart. I used my Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck as well as the Star Seeker Tarot deck, and we pulled Grace from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck and the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles from the Star Seeker deck. Don't forget that you can get these cards sent right to your email inbox if you sign up for the Blooming Wand newsletter. You can do so by going to bloomingwand.com. If you are listening to the podcast and want to see the cards, you can also find them at bloomingwand.com. Just click explore and go to the blog, and you'll find pics of the card and a transcript of this podcast there. Now, you might remember on the last full moon, we pulled the Seven of Pentacles from this exact same deck, the Star Seeker Tarot deck. And I love this card, particularly the Seven of Pentacles as depicted by the Star Seekers Tarot deck artist. The visual to me is very nurturing. I see it as a reminder to pour myself into things that are important to me, because by doing so, I'm doing my part to make the world a better place and to fill my own cup. So make sure that you look at the cards to see what they awaken in you. And as I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles, I'll just point out that it shows a woman kneeling with a cup in her hands, and from that cup pours 7 streams of water towards 7 pentacles. It's very grounded, very intentional, very calm, and I think nurturing in a way. So you want to hear the intention and affirmation for our full moon? Let's go. Here's our intention. Grace is an active force that can empower us to transform pain and anger into purpose. It gives us the capacity to bear witness to both our personal pain and the pain that we see in the world. Here's your affirmation. I extend grace to myself so that I might extend it to all of humanity. And I have to say that when I pulled the grace card, I wasn't quite sure what to write. I've been sick. You can probably hear it in my voice. We've just been through quite an election here in the United States, and many people are frankly reeling from it. And I have to say, my heart wasn't in a very graceful place, and I didn't feel connected to this subject at all. Times are hard for people right now. They've been hard for me, and I just wasn't seeing how grace could help, and I just didn't really feel like considering it. But I did stick to my personal and self-care spiritual practice, which is to journal with these tarot archetypes. And as I was doing so, my mind kept going to this phrase, by the grace of God. And I don't consider myself a Christian, but I have been raised in a culture that pushes a lot of Christian values, and I've heard this phrase a lot, by the grace of God. So I began to think, what is the grace of God? In religious contexts, particularly Christianity, grace is the favor and love God extends to humanity despite our terrible flaws. It symbolizes divine aid and support as well as forgiveness. It can also mean maintaining composure and showing kindness under pressure. And while there are other ways to view grace, these are the 2 that I'm going to be focusing on. Now, I can certainly relate to wanting to believe in a divine, loving, and forgiving presence. That's a concept that's helped me through hard times. And from a theological perspective, this is where we get the idea of forgiving sins, going to confession. It feels good to believe that we can be forgiven for acts that we're frankly not very proud of. But does forgiveness guarantee a change in our behavior? No. In fact, it's likely that we will need to ask forgiveness many times for similar acts. We're human, right? I can think of so many times where I thought, I'm never going to do this thing again. I'm going to do better next time. And then I find myself doing it, having to own it and say sorry. And I really do think that people are graceful with me and saying, yeah, I know you're trying, and I know that you're trying to do better next time. And yet, on some hand, knowing that I'll likely fumble the ball again. And I think we can all relate to that. Now, the idea of maintaining composure and acting from a place of kindness under pressure is also appealing to me. Even when I'm angry, I've come to understand that my anger does not separate me from grace. In fact, it brings me to it. And I can hold space for grace and anger at the same time. And I find that intersection extremely, extremely interesting. There's so much to be gleaned from those moments where we're feeling anger and grace and forgiveness all at the same time. Now, intellectually, I understand the power of grace lies in its ability to transcend our limitations and connect us to forgiveness, even in the most challenging of circumstances. That said, how in the world do we extend grace to those who've caused harm? How do we extend grace to ourselves? And this brings me to the idea of practicing loving kindness, which is a specific form of meditation. Now, I was introduced to this practice many, many years ago, and to be honest, I find it incredibly difficult. A practice of loving kindness asks us to extend love and compassion first to ourselves, then to someone we love, then to someone we feel neutral about, and then lastly to a difficult person, so someone we have a challenging relationship with. While I do really well with the first three steps, I often find it hard to extend love to challenging or quote bad people. And in these moments, my anger intensifies and rises. And I can feel it in my body. It's palpable. And I know it won't yield. And I also know I shouldn't ask it to. So I wrap it in the soft blanket of loving kindness and I listen to what it has to say. I listen to my anger. And it's often something like, this isn't fair, or how could this be? I can't believe this is happening. This is unjust. Things like that. Now, when I'm holding space for my anger and other unpleasant emotions during meditation, I often wonder if I'm also holding space for the unpleasantness I see in the quote bad person I'm trying to extend loving kindness to. And the thought came to me, is my anger the portal to holding space for someone I don't like? Maybe so. If I can hold space for the difficult parts of who I am, then I can do it for people that I don't like. And maybe the two things really aren't that different. Sending love to a difficult or bad person can be a powerful act. Despite their actions, difficult people are still human beings with their own struggles and pain. And sending love can help us acknowledge their humanity and potentially open a door to understanding and compassion. Now, listen, I want to say loudly and clearly that extending love doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior or putting yourself in danger. It's about cultivating a sense of compassion and understanding, even for those who frankly may not deserve it. And that by doing so, we can heal ourselves and the world around us. Excuse me. Because we're essentially pouring more love into the world when we might prefer to pour out hatred, disgust, disdain, or anger. Here are a few reasons why it's important to consider extending grace and loving kindness to people that you don't like. Holding on to anger and resentment can be a very heavy burden. By extending grace, we can free ourselves from the pain of the past. By practicing forgiveness, we can become more compassionate and understanding just in general. Now, heads up, friends, if you try a loving kindness meditation, you're probably going to be confronted with some difficult emotions. It's so tempting to bypass them. And I've often wanted to skip the final step in any loving kindness meditation, frankly, because it's hard and even uncomfortable. So if you don't have the energy for it, don't do it. Don't run away from your anger. Find some time to explore it. It is a wonderful teacher. So I want to point out that I'm going to do a loving kindness meditation at the end of this podcast. We're going to do it together. And I really want to know your thoughts and hear your feedback because I think it's fascinating how people respond to loving kindness meditations because I can tell you right now, I had a pretty intense reaction to it, specifically the fourth step. Now, let's interpret the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles in the context of this theme of cultivating a graceful heart. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, on the card, you'll see a man working at a desk very diligently. There is a light, and it looks like one of the pentacles is actually like a little portal in the back, and there's a starry sky through the window. And you can tell they're diligent and hardworking, and there's a little smile on their face as they do their work. So the Eight of Pentacles often symbolizes just what I said: dedication, skill, and craftsmanship. It implies setting aside time for learning something new or maintaining a useful practice, whatever that practice may be. It is the idea of having healthy practices, pursuing knowledge, maybe even seeking out some training or learning something new, going to a class or a course, something like that. But it can also just be healthy practices in your day-to-day life. So, in the context of cultivating grace or practicing loving kindness, this card encourages you to build a bridge between the material and spiritual realms. And this could involve practices like meditation, yoga, going for nature walks, journaling, all to connect with your inner self while also engaging in practical actions to address the world's suffering. Now, the Seven of Pentacles represents patience, perseverance, and the long-term view. It suggests that you could be patient, that we should be patient and persistent in our efforts to bring about positive change, which I understand that patience and persistence can be hard, but they are helpful. And this card reminds us that true transformation takes time and effort. There's no quick fixes, or often very few times where that's the case. So it's important to celebrate small victories and to maintain a sense of hope even when faced with challenges. And I talked about the way that this card looked earlier in the podcast, and I really do feel like very connected to it with it, particularly now. And we'll talk about what the Grace card looks like too. It has a female figure. She's beautifully adorned, beautiful clothes, beautiful jewels, graceful posture, and you can tell she's going to do kind of like a dance, and that there's movement that's graceful, there's beauty. And I think the idea is that beauty can inspire, right? Grace can inspire. So be sure to have a look at the Grace card to see what it awakens in you. Now, I want to point out before I move into the loving kindness meditation that there are studies that support the benefits of loving kindness, and that research has shown that this practice can lead to increased feelings of compassion, empathy, and overall well being. It can also help reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. And I think I want to just say this again, like, I'm not promoting like just universal love and love our way through the challenges of the world, but instead, loving kindness gives us a tangible, practical tool that could help with personal growth and social change. And that by cultivating through a practice, a diligent practice, by the way, of compassion, we can become more resilient and better equipped to address the challenges of the world. And we need people that are resilient and equipped to address the challenges of the world. That's important right now. So, key benefits of loving kindness, as supported by research, include increased positive emotions. Studies have shown that a regular practice can lead to a significant increase in emotions such as love, joy, and gratitude. It can reduce stress and anxiety. It calms the mind and just calms our nervous system. It can improve our social relationships by cultivating compassion and empathy, and it strengthens our bonds with ourselves and others. Hey, it's also another benefit is enhanced self-compassion. This is something I could really use. It helps us be more kinder and forgiving towards ourselves. And I mean, how many of us are super hard on ourselves? I can totally raise my hand for that. Increased resilience. A regular practice can help us bounce back from adversity more quickly. Sounds good to me. Now, it's important to note that loving kindness meditation is definitely a powerful tool, but it's not a substitute for seeking help and support if you need it. So, if you're struggling right now, find people that you feel are qualified and reach out to them for some support. All right, are you guys ready to try what might be your very first loving kindness meditation? Let's do this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. You're going to need to adopt a comfortable posture, which I think would be ideal to find a seated position where you can put your feet on the ground and have your back be relatively upright and straight. Sometimes it's helpful to lay on the floor. That would be a good thing to do too, but the intention would be to not fall asleep. But it does helpful to feel grounded during this process. So if you want to lay on the floor or if you want to sit upright, do what you need to do to find a comfortable posture. Now, once you've found that comfortable posture, you're going to begin by connecting to the breath. Sometimes it's helpful to place a hand on the belly and a hand on the heart and just feel your breath. We're not adjusting it. You don't need to change it. Just let its ebb and flow naturally occur. How does your breath move through your body in this moment? Softening your awareness to incorporate and include your inhale and your exhale. As other thoughts arise, we give them a kiss of attention and we let them go, and we bring our attention back to the inhale and the exhale. Letting this inhale and exhale lull you into a state that is not quite awake and not quite asleep, an in-between liminal space. All attention and all awareness to your inhale and exhale. And as other things arise in your mind's eye, perhaps physical sensations are also arising, we acknowledge them, we release them, and we move on and into the next moment. Radical attention and awareness on the inhale and the exhale. Soft, passive, receptive awareness. No forcing, just being present for what is, as it is, in this moment, by placing your awareness on your inhale and your exhale. I want you to begin to cultivate a sense of love and kindness for yourself. Loving kindness for you. And I want you to repeat these phrases to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I be safe. May I be free. You can say these aloud or in your mind's eye. Simply repeating these phrases, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be peaceful, may I be safe, may I be free. Falling into the breath and repeating to yourself, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be peaceful, may I be safe, may I be free. Visualize yourself bathed in warm, loving light because you are loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. May you be safe. May you be free. Noticing how you feel as you have repeated these phrases to yourself And on the next breath, we will extend loving kindness to someone that you really love and care about. Let this person blossom in your heart and in your mind's eye. Maybe you think of their face or their smile or their laugh. It can be a pet or someone that you love. It doesn't matter. It's just extending loving kindness to someone or something that you really love. And choose this person whom you care about and repeat the phrases. We're going to substitute may I be happy with may this person be happy. So I will use my name just for the purposes of coming through this meditation. So here we go. May Emily be happy. May Emily be healthy. May Emily be peaceful. May Emily be safe. May Emily be free. May the person I love be happy. May the person I love be healthy. May the person I love be peaceful. May the person I love be safe. May the person I love be free. All while cultivating a sense of warmth and love and kindness. May the person I love be happy. May the person I love be healthy. May the person I love be peaceful. May the person I love be safe. May the person I love be free. Noticing how you feel now. Again, falling away into your inhale and exhale, letting each moment come as it will. And now we're going to extend loving kindness to an acquaintance, so someone that you know but not very well. Imagine them enveloped in warm and loving bright light as you repeat this mantra or affirmation. May my acquaintance be happy. May my acquaintance be healthy. May my acquaintance be peaceful. May my acquaintance be safe. May my acquaintance be free. May my acquaintance be happy. May my acquaintance be healthy. May my acquaintance be peaceful. May my acquaintance be safe. May my acquaintance be free. May my acquaintance be happy. May my acquaintance be healthy. May my acquaintance be peaceful. May my acquaintance be safe. May my acquaintance be free. Letting yourself attune to the moment of now, noticing how you feel, falling more and more deeply into your breath. And now we will extend loving kindness to a person that we have a difficulty with, someone that we find challenging. May my challenge be happy. May my challenge be healthy. May my challenge be peaceful. May my challenge be safe. May my challenge be free. Conjuring an image of this challenging person and repeating these words. And put in the name of the person. I'm using the words may my challenge, but we're going to use the name of the person. You're going to use the name of the person that you find difficult. May my challenge be happy. May my challenge be healthy. May my challenge be peaceful. May my challenge be safe. May my challenge be free. May my challenge be happy. May my challenge be healthy. May my challenge be peaceful. May my challenge be safe. May my challenge be free. May my challenge be happy. May my challenge be healthy. May my challenge be peaceful. May my challenge be safe. May my challenge be free. And now let us extend loving kindness to all beings. Taking a few breaths to acknowledge how you're feeling right now, accepting this moment for what it is. And now we will extend loving kindness to all beings. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be free. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be free. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be free. And so it is. Again, returning to your breath and noticing how you feel right now. May you accept this experience for what it is, what it ignited in you, how it made you feel, the gifts that it's offered. Just by trying out this meditation one time, you have committed a powerful act. Offer yourself a bow of love and gratitude for showing up for yourself today and the world. You are precious and unique, and you are beloved. Take all the time that you need to return to a normal state of awareness. Please don't rush. There is no rush. Now remember, friends, the goal of this practice is to cultivate a sense of warmth and compassion and goodwill towards yourself and others. Be patient if your mind wanders, and just remember, we'll just bring our attention back to the practice. We will honor that archetype of the Eight of Pentacles, and we will accept this loving kindness meditation as a practice and something that we can return to on a daily basis so that we might receive the blessings and the gifts that it has to offer us. All right, friends, let's loop back one more time to this moon cycle's intention and affirmation. Here it is. Here's your intention. Grace is an active force that can empower us to transform pain and anger into purpose. It gives us the capacity to bear witness to both our personal pain and the pain we see in the world. Here's your affirmation. I extend grace to myself so that I might extend it to all of humanity. Friends, get those journals out and take good care of yourselves. Thank you so much for being here and joining me, not only for these tarot curated insights, but for the loving kindness meditation. If you're getting the newsletter and you've tried out the loving kindness meditation, let me know how it goes. You can simply reply to the newsletter email that you get. I would really love to hear from you. If you're listening to the podcast and you want to leave a comment, you can do so by going to bloomingwand.com, go to the podcast, and I have a little form that you can fill out. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment. Let me know how you're feeling post-meditation. And as always, I'll be thinking of you. I'm walking this path with you shoulder to shoulder. I will also be practicing the loving kindness meditation, and we'll see where it takes us. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the new moon. And don't forget, if you need some support, I've got one-on-one mentoring packages where you and I can do some spiritual work together using a variety of intuitive healing modalities, from tarot and oracle cards to meditation, intuitively guided inner work. I also use my psychism and my mediumship as a tool to support you as you go through and journey into your inner landscapes. So if you're curious about that, don't forget, you can check it all out at bloomingwand.com. See you on the new moon.